I have finished the previous chapter, relations and function. Okay, so I stopped one of the exercises balance. Why? Because this year they have omitted certain portion in certain chapters. So likewise in set language, that is in relations and function, the final exercise will be removed. Up to this they given the update. Suppose if it is carry out, I will take out later. I will take out the later. The last exercise is omitted in the first chapter because we are starting the classes due to some certain reason. We are taking the class at last 2-3 months is gone based on some problems. So that's way I have the end of the first chapter is what? Till the exercise 1.4. If it is any changes, I will take it out later. So we got the information. The last exercise that is related to 1.5 function will be what? Removed from the textbook for this year. The portion will be temporarily will be removed for this year. So next, we very important and another easiest chapter we have studied earlier, that is called as chapter number 5, co-ordinate geometry. Co-ordinate geometry. So what is the meaning of co-ordinate? What is the meaning of co-ordinate? That co-ordinate will be followed based on what? X-axis, Y-axis. Co-ordinates, they consist as a two things, x comma y, x-axis, y-axis. Even it is a 0 comma 0 is also possible. Okay, that is called as co-ordinate. For example, 0 comma 0, x comma y, a comma b. Like that it will be shown as a co-ordinates. The first will be x-axis and second will be a y-axis. Likewise, x-axis and y-axis. That's why we call as co-ordinate geometry. What is the meaning of geometry? In the previous classes we learned about the geometry certain things. In the lower classes or some in the middle classes, how we have to draw a circle, how we have to draw a triangle, what are the measurements we need to draw a triangle, okay, quadrilateral. We have learned two types of geometry, theoretical geometry and practical geometry. Okay, using certain measurements we can follow certain shapes. Okay, measurement பயன்படுத்தி நம்ம என்ன பண்ணோம், சில pictures or சில shapes நம்ம வரைவோம். So triangle, quadrilateral, parallelogram, rhombus. So these are all come under that geometry. Okay, so now related to that, based on that, related to that, parallel lines, perpendicular lines, triangle, quadrilateral. So we have to follow certain equations based on things. And last itself I gave the information about certain things. So what are they? Coordinate geometry is also called as analytical geometry. It is also called as what? Analytical geometry. So in that we studied last year. We studied last year certain things. Distance between 2 points. Distance between 2 points. So what is the formula? D equal to root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. So one of the formula called as what? Distance formula. Okay, that distance formula, based on that we done that so many sums in the last. That is called as distance between 2 points. ஒரு லைன் இருக்கு, அந்த லைன்ல வந்து என்ன பண்ணிருப்பாங்க, ரெண்டு பாயிண்ட்ஸ் கொடுத்திருப்பாங்க, இதோட தூரம் என்ன. Okay, the points which is given is called as x1 y1, the point is given called as x2 y2. So we are finding the distance for this. We studied basically in the last year the first points, distance between 2 points. Next, midpoints. So what is the meaning of midpoints? The midpoints is nothing but மைய புள்ளி. Okay, so one of the line, this is called as AB. This is called as AB. In A some coordinates is given. In B, some coordinates is given. If you want to find the midpoint of this, suppose P, okay, you have to find the value of this. We have to use the following section called as a midpoints. We have studied that last year itself. X1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Okay, that is the information about that midpoint. We will use certain things in this year, but in previous year we are done certain chapters based on this certain exercise we can done. Now in between certain sums we are using certain things. That's why I am recalling what we have studied in the previous classes. So I am recalling, just when I am telling that we have to use the distance formula, we have to utilize it. We have to use the midpoints. These and all we have studied in last year. That's why I am recalling that. Next, midpoints x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. To find out the midpoints. For example, okay, the midpoints of AB is P. We are finding that P by using the coordinates. Next, section formula. This also we studied in the last year. Section formula internally, externally. Internally, externally. Okay, so one of the formulas we use that m x2 plus n x1 by m plus n. Like that, m y2 plus n y1 by m plus n. Okay, this is one of the section formulas we are used for externally, minus, and internally plus will be used there. So you have to recall that. And centroid of a triangle. Centroid of a triangle. So what is the meaning of centroid of a triangle? One triangle is drawn. Okay, and this point is called as a centroid, where the three vertices will be meet. So centroid of the triangle. Triangle kilkakuriya or middle point, not a line. Midpoint means a line. Okay, centroid means the center point of a triangle. So that is also we studied in the last year. Instead of that 2 points, we will get here 3 points. Suppose A, B, C. 3 points is given. 3 points is given. How we have to make a centroid triangle for this following? Since 3 points is there, so we have to follow x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3. Like that, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So this is one of the centroid of a triangle. So only for the triangle it is be possible to proceed. We need 3 points to divide it. Midpoint like that, it will be a 3 points. So these are all the informations we have studied in the 9th standard itself. So that and all you have to recall. But what are the formulas I explained here that will come under this here in between. So when you are using certain times as a midpoints, you have to use that. Or when you want to use the distance formula, you have to use that. D equal to root of x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1. So in the formula use பண்ணி last year ஒரு exercise போட்டிருக்கும். Okay, whether it form a parallelogram, or it form a equilateral triangle, or it form a isosceles triangle, or it form a rhombus or square, like that will be formed based on this distance formula. And another exercise and all we studied this midpoints, section formula, and centroid of the triangle. So that's why I recalling certain things what we have studied in the last year. So that is basic informations of the coordinate geometry. Now we move on to still advanced for 10th standard. So first chapter is related to area of a triangle. Area of a triangle. But area of triangle in basically 6th standard semester also we know certain formulas called as half into base into height. Base into height. One of the triangle is given. One of the triangle is given means the base and height. If you know that, okay, our base and height தெரிஞ்சிச்சுனா our area வை நம்ம கண்டுபிடிச்சிடலாம். our unit வந்து square units. This is the things which is studied in middle class itself. So what is the area of triangle? Half into base into height. When 3 sides are given also, that is also some different formula. S into S minus A, S minus B, S minus C. We will get that certain S into S minus A, S into S minus B, S into S minus C. That also will be used depending upon the sum. But this year we have to follow area of a triangle. One of the formulas is used called as half into x1 y2 x2 y3 x3 y1 minus the reciprocal of this. Okay, x2 y1 plus x3 y2 plus x1 y3 square units. So based on that we can follow certain sums whether it is a collinear, or once the area is given, the question asks to find out the other coordinates. Okay, 3 coordinates will be given. The question asks to find out area of triangle. Sometimes the question asks to prove that area of the triangle should be a collinear. Then the answer should be 0. When doing the sum, we will be get additional knowledge. I will proceed further after finishing this. You remember these formulas, very important formulas. How we have to remember these formulas very easily. For logical concept, I will be explained till easily. Area of triangle. So how we can represent half, okay, x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3, again x1 y1 you have to write. If you write like this formula is easy to remember. Easy to remember. Half x1 y1 pair x1 y1 x2 y2 x3 y3 again x1 y1. So if you take this, how we have to write this formula? After this is easy to write. Okay, first set you have to write all these things. First set you have to write all the things. This formula, if some of them is not possible to just recall it or muck up. No need to muck up. If you return like this, we can easily arrange it. Say x1 y2 x2 y3 x3 y1. So the down arrow position should be written here, minus now the upward position should be written in the second concept. See here x2 y1, that is y1 x2. Here will be what? x3 y2. We can also write like this, downward, like this. That will be better for you. Okay, so x3 y2. Wait for a few minutes. x1 y2 x2 y3 x3 y1. So this will be proceed, and this will be either first this is or this one. Okay, x2 y1 and here x3 y2 and here x1 y3. So this pair will become under that negative. What is that? Negative. This will be a positive and this will be the negative. We can write this formula by recalling this. If you return, no need to write this. Once you get the knowledge of this formula, so this is not a necessity to write this. So how we have to remember, and another way to just trickly how we have to just understand this formula. If you memorize this easy, okay, suppose 1 2 2 3 3 1, and this will come the reciprocal of them. You write xy 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 3 pair, xy 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 3 pair. Okay, put minus in between. Here 1 2 2 3 3 1. After writing this, this will be easy. Okay, it will be interchange. 1 2 will become 2 1, 2 3 will become 3 2, 3 1 will become 1 3. So this is also another trick way to remember this formula. After writing the formula, the sum will be easy when you know the multiplication. Simply multiplication only will be possible to do this. So shall I recall? Listen, chapter already I told that, which is studied in previous year, chapter number 5, coordinate geometry. Okay, coordinate geometry we studied in the last year. It is also called as analytical geometry, and some of the points we just studied in the previous classes. Okay, distance between 2 points. The formula for this is d equal to root of x2 minus x1 plus y2 minus y1 whole square. In between will be a plus, here will be a minus, root will be carried out. based on we done so many sums, and midpoints of a line, this also we done in so many sums. Okay, x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2, and next section formula, here we have externally and internally, both will be same, only plus and minus will be different. mx2 plus nx1 m plus n, and mx2 plus nx my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So other for externally minus will become here, that's all. Then centroid of a triangle, so difference between midpoints and center of one point will be added. Okay, the center point of triangle is called as a centroid. So x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Okay, this is only to recall when the sums needed. Okay, so this will be come under this year, will be the beginning of the area of a triangle of bh square units. This also we studied in the previous years. Next, area of a triangle ABC half into, this is the formula how we have to write that. Easily I told some of the method, either we can use this by writing this arrow indication, after that you can write. So if you thorough how we have to write means no need to write this. Okay, so write that 6 pairs of xy plus xy plus xy plus xy, in between minus 1 2 2 3 3 1. 1 2 means here there is 2 1, 2 3 means here there is 3 2, 3 1 means 1 3. But you should not change this to here, this to here. That will be difficult to get the answer. It's clear? Any doubt based on this? So I'll do one of the example sums. Related to this. How we can write that? The first sum. Example, first sum, minus 3 comma 5, 5 comma 6 and 5 comma minus 2. 3 points are given. You have to plot the graph. Okay, plot the graph. Already know that first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, fourth. Here there is plus. 5 comma 6. X axis 5, y axis 6. Here will become 5 comma 6. Next 5 comma minus 2. 5 comma minus 2 here will come then. 5 comma minus 2. And here minus 3 comma 5. X axis will be minus, y axis will be what? Positive. So minus 3 comma 5. Here where is 5, that we will get there. Minus 3 comma 5. So link that. You take in anti-clockwise, reverse. Gadigaram sutra mari கிடையாது, opposite ஆ எடுத்துட்டா it will be possible to take out. Suppose இதை எடுத்தோம்னா first, second, third. Suppose இதை எடுத்தோம்னா first, second, third. Okay, இதை எடுத்தா first, there is reverse of the clockwise. கடிகாரம் சுத்துறது மாதிரி இல்லாம clockwise-னா கடிகாரம் சுத்துற மாதிரி, anti clockwise-னா அதுல reverse-ல சுத்துற மாதிரி, that is called as anti clockwise. Now use this certain formula. Area of triangle ABC equal to half into, so what is the things? Suppose if you are taking this as 1, x1 y1, x2 y2, x3 y3. So now we have to take out. What is the first one? x1 y1 5. x1 y1 5. Okay, I'll proceed in the next class. The time is enough. It is not possible to recover this. I'll continue in the next class. It's clear? Because not possible to take certain things elaborately. So go through this all. What I thought, if you remember certain formulas only, you will be proceed on the next class. Okay, you recall all the formulas. What I thought now, just memorize it. That is very, very important. So if whatever the formula is asked, we have to utilize this in the certain situation.